This psych skill, it's kind of a self-regulation skill as well, because we're going to do a little meditation on it, but it's going to be using your journal to write a letter to yourself, as well as to somebody that you hold a grievance to. Ultimately, what we need to heal is our relationship to ourselves and everybody else. Okay, so until we get to a place where we know perfect peace and we have only love for ourselves and others, our work is not completed. So I'm going to bring on the whiteboard and we're going to look, I'm going to have you guys do a little meditation where I'm going to read to you a letter to yourself. And I want you guys to visualize that experience. And then the second piece is we're going to do a letter to somebody that you hold a grievance to. So this could be anybody. This could be your mom or your dad, anybody that it could be a bully in school, it could be an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, anyone that you still feel hurt, or when you think back to the experience you have attack thoughts like they are bad, they shouldn't have, they're a horrible person, they're a narcissist, whatever it might be. So we're going to be looking at those two components, and using the journal, so that's the psych skill, the journal, in order to write down those thoughts. And then we're also going to do a practice, a secondary practice, which would be talking to yourself in meditation, a younger version of yourself that would have experienced that trauma or that experience that caused you to have less than loving feelings towards yourself or others. Okay. So we're going to go into the whiteboard right now. I'm going to start there. Okay, so everyone should be able to see this. So this is the letter to yourself as a child. I'm going to read this to you. I am going to have it, you don't have to worry about reading right now. I'm going to have it for you in this underneath this video, so you're going to be able to see it. So I'm going to have you close your eyes. We're going to take a couple deep breaths. You're going to breathe out all the way. Breathe in all the way. You hold that breath for a few seconds. Whenever it feels low, and then breathe out. You're going to do it again. Breathing in, holding, and then breathing out. I want you to imagine yourself in a dark room. I want you to open the door and you step out, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and in front of you is a beach. On that beach is a version of yourself that's younger, that's struggling with self-love. I want you to see her or him sitting there waiting for you. Look at their clothes, how old they are. Also notice the sand and the water. They turn and look at you and smile, and you sit down beside them. You see there's tears in their eyes. They've had one of those days where they're feeling particularly low and unlovable. You're going to turn to them and put them on your lap and look them in the eyes as you hold them. We're going to say these words to them. I want you to repeat after me in your mind to this child. I love you. You are important to me. You are beautiful and smart and kind. You are strong. I know things are really difficult for you. And you don't deserve any of the things that have happened to you. The unloving ways the adults in your life have treated you has had nothing to do with you. They are triggered and hurting, and they don't know what to do. They are showing you what is not healed in them and showing you how they were treated when they were young. You are lovable always, no matter what. You are lovable no matter what you perceived from the world or others around you. You are not alone. There is a voice within you that will guide you if you choose to listen. Things will get better. I am not going to leave you. I am here and I will remind you that you are lovable and you are always enough. What happened in your childhood was not okay. And it was absolutely not your fault. Your parents had their own trauma that was unhealed. Our parents had their own trauma that was unhealed. Our parents were unable to love and protect you the way you deserve, or how they would have wanted to. Our parents loved you, but were not capable of showing you consistently. Because they did not love themselves. This was not about you. You are innocent. We are innocent. They are innocent. We can release them. We can release all that pain now. And we can be free. And I will hold you. I will be the one that will always show up for you, always love you, and treat you the way you deserve. Notice how you feel and the child feels. Tell them it's time to go and hold their hand as if they walk with you to the door. Open the door and bring them with you so that you can continue to love them every day for the rest of your life. You can open your eyes now. Just take a moment to feel how you're feeling. That might have brought up some strong feelings in you. This is not easy work, but this is the work that's going to completely change your life so that you need no one outside of you to love you and to validate you because you give it to yourself, because you remind yourself every day that you are enough. And anyone that shows you anything but love, they're just hurting and calling for love. You can pause this video now if you want to process, and you can write the letter to your inner child in your journal. We're going to continue now with a letter to somebody else that you're holding a grievance to. This is a second letter that we're going to write. Now, this one we're not going to do as a meditation. I'm going to read it to you, and it's just an example. But I'd like you to write a letter as well after you do a letter to your inner child. So you've done the meditation in this practice. You can go back and meet with your inner child anytime you want to do that and reaffirm what we just said in some version that makes sense to you. And this is second piece is helping you to release grievances towards other people. So we release ourselves and we're releasing other people. So this is specifically writing to anybody that you're holding a grievance to. So maybe it's 5 people, maybe it's 10 people, maybe it's one person. But if there's even one person that you hold in your heart that they deserve your attack, it will keep you in prison. So write a letter towards somebody. You're going to address it to them, and you're going to have specific details in there about what they did and how it affected you. And then we're going to be releasing it. So why you're writing the letter is going to be in there. What is the truth? And then you're going to reach forgiveness. So this is an example. This is a person that doesn't exist. So this is an example of how you'd write this letter. Okay. So dear Bill, I'm writing this letter because I don't want to feel sad and heavy anymore. I have been struggling for a very long time and I want to try something else to make things better for me. I want peace and I want change. I want to stop hurting myself and choosing actions that are not loving for me. I hold the memories of you leaving me and how you yelled at me and told me I was not enough. That pain has been with me for too long. I know that what you did was not okay, but I am seeing now that it was your best. When I reflect about how your dad left you when you were 6 and how your mom, struggling, would yell and attack you, I can see how you have held on to that pain. I know in my heart there are other things I don't specifically know, but I feel that you have been mistreated and you are struggling to love yourself. The truth is that the way you treated me was not about me at all, but rather you calling for love, evidence that you were hurting and you didn't know what to do. It was never about me. My own lack of self-love meant I wasn't capable at the time of setting the loving boundaries that you needed. That was also my best. We are both innocent. I am choosing to see your innocence and love you so that I can see my own and love myself. I want to be free. I choose to release you and myself. Although it is not loving for me to have you in my life because you are not capable to love me the way I deserve, I will now only send you love and compassion and never feel like I was a victim and you were the villain again. We were 2 people who had forgotten we are lovable and only deserving of love, but I have remembered the truth. I am grateful for the experience and the catalyst to change my life. I love myself and you, and I release us both. I choose peace over grievances, that the world may see my light. So this exercise, let me close up here. So that exercise, you want to be doing it with anybody. So this could be somebody that has passed. It could be somebody that you have 0 contact with, somebody that you see on a regular basis. It could be your partner. It could be anybody that you hold a grievance to. And then, so whether or not the person's in your life is not important. What's important is that we're changing the perception of the person. So whatever the details are that are relevant right now, you put them in there. Now, this may lead you to getting to a place where you actually reach out to somebody that you had a grievance to. Maybe it's even a parent or a sibling, somebody that very well could be in your life or is in your life, but there's tension and it doesn't feel right. You can not necessarily repeat this, but a version of it where we're giving love, compassion, and releasing them. So just letting them know that, the things that they did, that you're not holding on to that anymore, and that you see that that was their best at the time, and that you love them and that they're enough, and giving them the love that they didn't have that would have created the conditions for them to treat you the way that they did. And by doing that, you're going to help them to love themselves and actually improve their capacity to love others. Now, what they do with your love is outside of your control, But ultimately, we heal this for ourselves so that we can have peace. We don't forgive people for them. We do it for ourselves. But everyone benefits when you release attack thoughts and grievances. So good luck with this work this week. It's probably one of the most intense psych skills that we'll do. And I wish you peace on this journey. It's not easy, but I promise it's so worth it to get to a place where you have peace, regardless of what's happening in the world. And this is how we achieve the ability to be invulnerable in the world, regardless of what it's showing us, because we remember the truth that we are lovable, that we are worthy, and that we are enough always.